Hello, good morning. It is Dean Hansen here. It is 8:06 a.m. on Friday, February 22nd, 2013. I'm trying an experiment where I am not going to eat any meat for 45 days. Multiple reasons for the experiment. It's not going to be like an official experiment where I get like all my blood work done and all that and see how it affects my physical health, and like something that guy that does that 30 days show would do, that did supersize me, make it all official and as scientific as possible. That's not at all what I'm doing. I'm just going to report every week through YouTube basically on how it affects me. I'm going to check my weight, see if I lose weight. I'm really more focused on if I'm miserable doing it or if I'm happy doing it, if I feel better or do I feel weak. I'm not going to change my diet a whole lot, but I will have to supplement that protein somehow or I'll feel weak. I understand that. But yeah, I really just want to see it. It's basically coming from the idea there's a growing conception out there that meat is basically bad for you. I'm seeing several documentaries and a lot of articles published about meat just basically being not needed, and it's probably not completely true. I just think Americans eat probably about 4 times the amount they should. I'm sure if you talk to a nutritionist, you should just have it all balanced out. But there's really strong evidence connecting animal proteins to cancer. There's, and then obviously just the amount of flesh we eat is kind of excessive. The amount of animals we have to kill every second to keep up with it just doesn't seem quite right. I'm not an animal rights activist or anything, but there's a point where it's just kind of ridiculous, and I think our nation has reached that point. So, it's my own experiment. I'm just going to see how it affects me. I'm going to check my weight and things like that, but I'm more concerned with how I feel. If I'm depressed or miserable, then I'll just be eating meat the second I get done with that 45 days. But if I feel pretty good and I feel healthy and I think that meat could just be completely removed from our diets, then why eat it? You know what I mean? And so it's kind of my own experiment. I want to see what happens. This morning I weighed in at a whopping 138 pounds. Now I'm only a 28-year-old 5'7" male. I haven't even looked it up, but I guarantee that's probably like 70-80 pounds overweight. It's just a rough guess, but and I get the feeling that a lot of that is contributed to meat. It might not be, but I don't drink soda, and I hardly ever drink soda, so I don't have like this, Mountain Dew thing where I would do that back in college, and sometimes I get hooked on it again. But over the last year, I've drank very little soda. I don't, buy a whole lot of junk food, maybe a little here and there. Obviously, I'm big, but I really think it's my portions of meat that I'm eating that is causing it. And I'm sure if I went and did my blood work, I'd have probably problems with cholesterol and blood pressure and all that. I mean, it's pretty sure I would. So this experiment is basically, I'm just gonna check in and see how I feel. Basically never thought I'd be a vegetarian, but I'm gonna try it for 45 days, and today will be my first day without any meat. And probably the first day of my whole life, honestly, that I didn't consume an animal, and we'll see how it works out.